Paris is in the final phase of an historic clean-up which will soon see swimmers and divers back in the River Seine. It was a no-go zone for almost a century because of the filthy water. City swimming is set to be one of the major legacies of the Games, thanks to a $1.5 billion regeneration project universally hailed as a success. Hugh Schofield reports.
A year from the Paris Olympics, and here's a bit of a foretaste, a diving competition. You could say they're testing the water.
It's more than 80 years since there have been competitive events in the River Seine. Now, thanks to the improved water quality, they're back.
It wasn't just that swimming in the old Seine was illegal. No one in their right mind would have taken the risk. And now?
We try to don't drink it too much, but few sip, it's kind of okay. It's beautiful water, soft and hot. For us, it's the best.
The story of Paris is also the story of the Seine. But over a century, thanks to industry and human waste, it became little more than a picturesque channel. The turnaround began 20 or 30 years ago, and now regular tests carried out by the city show bacteria levels well within safety norms. It's taken time, commitment, and a lot of money, and here, just by Austerlitz station, is the result in concrete.
If you want an idea of the scale of the effort that the French are putting into cleaning up the River Seine, take a look at this.
The depth of 20 Olympic swimming pools, this massive underground reservoir, is for storing storm water, the runoff in heavy rain which can otherwise carry human sewage into the river. Operational next year, it'll make the Seine safe for swimming, not just in the Olympics, but afterwards for the Paris public.
If they see the guys, the athletes, coming in the river and swimming without any healthy problem, they will be confident to go themselves in the River Seine. That's our massive point of legacy of the Games.
Life in all its forms is returning. Catfish are one of the 35 or so types of fish that can now be found in Paris. In the 70s, anglers reported just 3 species surviving.
Not only the fish, also aquatic insects, jellyfish, shrimps, crabs, sponges, a lot of life.
For nearly 100 years, scenes like this have been banned. Now, with the Olympics around the corner, humans too are coming back to the Seine. Hugh Schofield, BBC News, Paris.
With a year to go to the Olympics, Paris is in the final phase of a historic cleanup which will soon see swimmers and divers back in the River Seine. Banned for a century because of the filthy water, city swimming is set to be one of the major legacies of the Games thanks to a €1.4 billion, £1.2 billion $1.6 billion regeneration project universally hailed as a success. Not only are 3 Olympic and Paralympic events, triathlon, marathon swimming and para-triathlon, scheduled to take place in the Seine in central Paris, but by 2025 3 open-air swimming areas will be accessible from the quayside. When people see athletes swimming in the Seine with no health problems, they'll be confident themselves to start going back in the Seine, predicts Pierre Rabadon, deputy Paris mayor in charge of the Olympics. It's our contribution for the future. Like many Western cities, Paris saw its river quality decline drastically thanks to upstream industrial sewage and the sanitation demands of a burgeoning population.